The whole squad on the mission, you got to listen. We PoPolitickin, it's so dope when it kick in. You can get in where you fit in. We straight PoPolitickin. The whole squad on the mission, you got to listen. You know what this is when we PoPolitickin. My money long like division, I proposition to put a fist in. We straight PoPolitickin. Hey yo, I rise like the sun in the east, running the streets. Same people that was coming in peace, some in the beast on the microphone. It's never a long and hard task. For God, I'm gonna smash they blog and podcast. Introduction to journalism 101 with Pharaoh PoPolitickin about where I'm from and what I do. What's up? It gotta be good. Interviewing everybody, you know they probably could. Take all the blood, sweat, and tears, working all them years. Putting in 10,000 hours, it empowers careers. From the baby and Megan Thee Stallion to Yo Gotti. High as a kite, jet life, currency in the party. With MC Light, J Prince said I rap a lot. Super Saiyan Black Kakarot with a Macintosh laptop and my Apple Watch. Smoking Fraggle Rocks, 4 eyes, got more lines and hooks than a tackle box. What? The whole squad on the mission, you got to listen. We PoPolitickin, it's so dope when it kick in. You can get in where you fit in. We straight PoPolitickin. The whole squad on the mission, you got to listen. You know what this is when we PoPolitickin. My money long like division, I proposition to put a fist in. We straight PoPolitickin.
Welcome back to PoPolitickin.com, your home for self-help meets hip-hop. Right now we're live on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. Check me out on Spotify and Apple too. 1212 and place to be with Swiggle Mandela. How you doing?
Yes, sir. I'm blessed, man. Blessed. How about you? I'm
great, man. So you gotta tell me about your name because you know I'm kin to Nelson Mandela, man. My 23andMe said I'm related to him.
Oh wow. That's deep, man. Yeah, so Swiggle really come from the culture and the streets and one of my big homies. But Mandela, my mom named me. So my first name is Bo-Mandela. So yeah, man, ever since a kid, I kind of was introduced to just having pride in being Black and having pride in the motherland in Africa. And, just having that name, it was always kind of a self-education, you know what I'm saying? Just knowing my name because I go to school and see a Nelson Mandela poster on the wall or something, just be like, make me more interested because it's my name. So, yeah, man, shout out to my mom. My dad is Filipino and my mom is Black. So, my mom is real radical. She definitely was thinking about making sure that we had that education.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
So yeah, you was kind of talking about it. So where's your hometown? Where you from?
I'm from Portland, Oregon. Yeah. So mainly I lived in Portland, Oregon, like majority of my life, but I have lived in Cali here and there. I lived in Compton with my mom. I lived in Oakland with my mom, and my dad lived in San Diego for a while, and now he's in Oceanside. So I be out in Cali a lot. A lot of my Filipino family out in Cali. Yep. So shit, when I come out there, we might have to do the in-person interview because I be out there all the time.
Okay, for sure. Yeah, that's where I'm at. All right, nice. So you was kind of talking about it. So how was it growing up for you?
Man, it was honestly, I saw both sides of the fence. You know what I'm saying? Because my dad being Filipino, you know what I'm saying, he's an immigrant. So he was born in the Philippines. So he's really a go-getter, you know what I mean? So he came to the States, I feel like, with like $500 in a suitcase or something. So he really did everything from working jobs. He was in the National Guard. He had selling cars to where he ended up buying like multiple properties and he was real, about saving and being frugal, you know what I'm saying? And my mom, she's doing better now. She lives in Mississippi, but growing up, that's where I really experienced like the hood, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, when we lived. Yeah, well, she lives in Mississippi now for sure.
Yeah, that's where I'm from though. I'm from Mississippi.
Oh, word?
Like a mug, yeah.
Like a mug, yeah. I got a big family in Biloxi.
Okay.
So on the black side of my family, of course, you know what I'm saying, because of our people being enslaved, that's where all my roots on my black side, as far as America goes, is Mississippi. So, but yeah, growing up, man, I lived in Oakland with my mom. Yo, I mean, hood like a mug. I lived in Compton, and I mean, even in Portland, you know what I'm saying? Like living in Northeast Portland, living in North Portland, you know, like it looked nice a lot of the time back then. It looked nice, but it's hood, you know what I'm saying? You got gangs, you got people selling drugs, and you got a lot of good people too, but every hood got good people, you know what I'm saying? So definitely experienced poverty, you know what I'm saying, and learned about the struggle with my mom, you know what I mean? And also I learned a lot with my mom as far as like entrepreneurship and you know what I mean? And yeah, so I kind of saw both sides of the fence, man. I seen some of the struggle, and I also was able to, you know, with my dad, experience some stability. So I lived with both my parents, and they was divorced.
So when did the music come in?
Man, bro, honestly, I think I started writing rhymes, like just playing with it. I was like 9 years old when I lived in Compton, um, and I started just playing with it, kind of just imagining, you know, like, man, what if I could really do this? And probably like I'm 30 now, so around like the year 2001, something like that, I was like 11, we just started recording on tapes at the crib, you feel me? And then eventually my mom, she found all kinds of programs for kids, you know what I'm saying? For opportunities, man. My mom found an opportunity. It was a clubhouse for kids like in the hood, like right down the street from where we live. And they had like 20, 30 computers. They would teach you, you know what I'm saying, graphic design, how to make beats. They had volunteers there, and they had like a recording booth. It wasn't the best, you know what I'm saying? It was a community space, so it was pretty cheap. You feel me? We was recording on like studio mics, you know what I'm saying? I mean, on performance mics, you know what I'm saying? But I did learn a lot there. I recorded a lot of music there. I was able to burn it on CDs and shit, you know what I'm saying? 2003, I'll be in middle school giving my friends CDs, you feel me? And so all throughout high school, I kept rapping. This one, by the time I hit middle school, I was really in Portland. So I started rapping all throughout high school, developing a buzz. And yeah, man, it just kept growing.
So what were some of your influences?
Let me think, man. Definitely more recent, or not even more recent, but I was listening to Nipsey Hussle in 2008. So I was a big Nipsey Hussle fan. Of course, living in Compton, you know, like Dr. Dre is from here. You know, Ice Cube is from here. You know, my mom at the time when we lived in Compton, she was in the Nation of Islam. So we would go to the mosque, and to me, going from the Portland Mosque, which was pretty small, to the Los Angeles Mosque, it was like a castle, you know what I'm saying? And Snoop sometimes would just come by the mosque. Feel me? Ice Cube would just come by the mosque. And just knowing like, yo, we're so close to these people. As a kid, it inspired me. Like, yo, that dude is just here, you know what I'm saying? And seeing the power there, you know, like that was a performance to me, to see the minister on stage and see the reaction that he got saying some super real shit. And you know, my auntie,
Mr. Farrakhan?
now Minister Tony, he's a student of Minister Farrakhan. But I was inspired by Farrakhan too, because you know what I'm saying, we was deep in it. So we would, you know, we went to Washington D.C. when I was a kid, you know, and we did the Million Family March where it was a bunch of people out there. So stuff like that also inspired me. You know what I'm saying? Watching like Malcolm X speeches, watching Marcus Garvey speeches, or Bob Marley, Tupac. So many inspirations because my dad plays guitar. So also my dad, you know what I'm saying, because my dad would be doing gigs. He was also in the National Guard Army band because he didn't want to be. He did have to train as a shooter, but he didn't want to, you know what I'm saying, be military police or like, you know, one of the other jobs he would have to take serving. So he took the Army band. And so they would go on tour, you know what I'm saying? They'll tour all over Oregon, and I'll be with my dad on the road, going to hotels, going to new cities, new restaurants. And just that rhythm, it got me liking it. You know what I'm saying? I like being on the road. I like going to new cities. I like, you know what I'm saying, meeting new people and seeing my dad on stage just night after night after. I see my dad on stage so many times. Sometimes we'll just go play while he performs. It's like, we gonna see him tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So my dad was definitely a big inspiration, and he listened to everything, you know, from Miles Davis, listening to blues and jazz, to Red Hot Chili Peppers, KRS-One, Bob Marley, Prince. So I really draw, and you know, my mom, she was listening to Motown, she was listening to Stevie Wonder. So I get inspiration from so many different genres and so many different things because, you know, like I said, I got a lot of inspiration from the civil rights movement and going to protest with my mom. And my mom used to let me leave school. If there was a protest, she'll let me leave school. You know what I'm saying? So that was inspirational too.
So how would you describe your style?
Man, my style is versatile, very versatile. You know, I can do party. You know, I got a lot of party music. I smoke big. I got a lot of smoking music. But then I can switch it up, man, and I can do some conscious music. You know what I mean? I got a lot of conscious music. I got a lot of music about police brutality or poverty, or, you know what I'm saying, white privilege, American privilege. So and then history too, man. I'll talk about history, but then I'll talk about my family. You know, like I got family in Biloxi, Mississippi, and a lot of people don't know how they were affected by stuff like Hurricane Katrina. I got family in the Philippines where typhoons hit the city where my family is living. You know what I mean? So I kind of make music about everything. You know, I got songs about my daughters, songs about my wife. So, man, very, very eclectic, man, very versatile. Because I'll do a song with a guitar player because, you know what I'm saying, that's kind of like my roots with my dad. But then I'll still do a song with, you know, somebody, one of the hottest rappers. I just did a song with West Side Boogie from Compton. So, man, my style's all over the place. Can't really, you know what I'm saying, put it in a box.
Then what are you trying to get across in your music, like to the listeners?
Honestly, a big part of my music is just not hating. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm really not discriminating, you know what I'm saying? No matter where you come from, you feel me, what you look like. If you come to my show, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna be able to be accepted unless you want some like hateful shit, you feel me? But that's a big part of my message. You know, a lot of people come to my shows for that. You feel me? I perform their protests. I go into schools and talk to the kids. But then it's also like my upcoming album is called Movie Money. So there's also that vibe of like, man, hustle. You know what I'm saying? Grind, get yours. Take care of your family. You know, my movement is called La Familia. You see my shirt say La Familia over everything.
Yeah, and the pain in
And
the
so,
background too.
yep. And so that's what it's about, man. It's about family. Put your family first. Of course, you know what I'm saying? Somebody in your family could violate and end up almost not family. So family is really what you make it, and we all make our own family. So that's at the core of my music is always family, because I grind. I got 2 daughters, you feel me? And at this point, so much of the music has become about, you know, generational wealth and putting on for my kids. So family, man, that's the big message.
And what's your describe your creative process?
Okay. So I'll take notes throughout just the day, throughout just life. So I might be watching a movie. It could be a documentary. It could be a Disney movie for my kids, you know what I'm saying? Or I could be like, at the beach having a conversation. It could be like me just, what I'm saying, you talking to you. And I just take notes. So I remember one time I was watching just a commercial. It was like a commercial about golf. Like the golf tournament was coming up. And the announcer was like, they real quiet with golf. And he was like, this one is for full possession of the victory. I just wrote that down like, damn, this one's for full possession of the victory. Like, that's hard. You feel me? So I put that in around. This one's for full possession of the victory. It's all mental. I can't let the pressure get so. Yeah, I
okay.
might be watching something about lions, and then I hear him say something like, something about their behavior, and I'll just write that down. Like, okay. So man, it really is notes. I live my life like I'm taking notes constantly. I might hear a word and be like, okay, let me write this word down for later. And then when it's time to write a verse, I can kind of pull from those ideas.
What you working on right now?
Right now, I'm working on an album. It's called Movie Money. I'm working on an EP. It's called The Teachings. I'm working on another EP with my homie. He's from right across the water, a city called Vancouver, right in Washington. And so it's a bridge. It's an I-5 bridge that you got to cross to go over there. So we're working on an EP called the I-5 Bridge. Man, I'm working on a lot. I got 2 other collaboration EPs that I'm working on. So my album, Movie Money, my EP, The Teachings, and then a bunch of collaboration. Yeah, that's that needed, man. Shout out to Westside Boogie, man. Shout out to LA, my people in Carson, California.
Yeah,
But yeah, Movie Money is the big one though.
okay. Yeah, I was about to. It's not out yet though, right?
It's not out yet. No, it'll be out in July.
Yeah, I was about to play this video right now, and then we'll be back.
Okay. Yep. But
Yeah,
Needed will be on the album.
You want to lead us into it a little bit more?
For sure, man. This is Needed, produced by my dog Mac, featuring my boy Kenai out of LA, my brother JC Cordetta, and the homie Westside Boogie. Shout out to Westside Boogie, man. It's a big movement.
All right, let's go. We'll be right back.
You all that like the 90s show. Backstage at my show, we was grinding slow. This is what I grinded for. Chilling with your fine ass, twisting up the finest draw. That slim at the gas station asking for a fill up. How these niggas went and got some money and they still suck. They can't pass the real nigga test. All they followers fake like a gigapet. Plus these niggas boring and shit. Booze ride around LA like Lauren and Nip. The POs compliment your frame differently. The club scented champagne bottles complimentary. Texting you a 4-page note. You want in the middle, you wanna rock your boat. What's the deal? What's the deal? What's the deal? I love you like a good meal right after I smoke, for real. That bitch pretty and petite, looking pretty and petite. It was made for a G. Yeah, shawty, I'm semi queen. You shake it down for whatever I need. All you wanna do is get freaky, yeah, whatever you need. All the other niggas ain't shit.
A sneak preview.
Yeah, man. For sure, because we want to do the official video, but we want to get Westside Boogie in it. So, yeah, we got a lot of promo out for it because it was a big joint. So I wanted to give my supporters some type of visuals for it.
Who on that twerking?
Oh man, we work with so many models, but that's my homegirl Cash, man. Yeah.
Where you get that do-rag from?
Man, bruh.
Yeah, like a roll do-rag on.
Yeah. Man, I think I might have just bought that on the internet somewhere, man. I be seeing so much shit. Sometimes I just click and be like, man, I gotta get this before I forget. Let me grab this. Yeah.
So what do you say? What's your top goals for with your music right now? Your top 3 goals?
Top 3 goals. Man, okay. So my big goal I don't know. I'm gonna have to wait because you know what I'm saying of the state of the world right now. My big goal would be to do a concert, and this is to some people this is not big because I'm friends with some artists that are bigger than me. I know artists that are bigger than me. You know what I'm saying? Like Boogie performed in front of 70,000 people or some shit. I just want to do a show with 1,000 people that come out for me and my homies. You know, I want to sell 1,000 tickets and have a crowd of 1,000 people that come out for me and my homies. Man, something like 7,000. That shit would blow my mind, honestly. You know what I'm saying? But I just want 1,000 people to come out. Of course, my album. That's a big goal as of recent because I'm still working on it. It'll be out in July, and I'm working on a short film. So it'll be like a musical. It'll be 4 of my music videos, all combined with like a storyline. So those are some of my and this is 4, but also a documentary because I gotta tell my story. I really gotta tell my story. There's so much crazy shit in my story, and even in my city, I started to realize like a lot of people give me love, a lot of people give me credit. Like people in Portland, it's a big thing that people think like, yo, there's a lot of haters here. But for me, that's not really my narrative. I get a lot of support. But I am starting to realize that I got to tell my story because I don't always get the credit that I deserve in just in certain aspects. People don't know my whole story. So I'm working on a documentary. And it was really like, you know what I'm saying, some of my solid goals right now.
Then what motivates you the most to make music?
At this point, man, my daughters. And before I had kids, the struggle, bro. That shit would motivate me like a motherfucker. Like waking up like with the homies, man, having to figure out how to like pay. You know what I'm saying? Keep the lights on. You know, once we was out, moms was out and we was on our own. You feel me? Like 18, 19. You know, the struggle, man. That shit was motivation. And honestly, man, the art form, like when I be killing shit, that shit inspires me. You feel me? Because when I listen to Nip or I listen to fucking like, man, if I listen to anybody and they really bodying some shit, like just saying some real crazy shit, that's inspirational. So, steel sharpens steel. Whenever I impress myself, it makes me want to go even harder.
So what's the average day for you right now?
Okay. Average day, man. I'm taking orders. People want shirts. They want tracksuits. They want the bags, shorts, bodysuits. So I got to take orders. I got to do inventory and make sure if I don't have it, I need to get it. So I might be talking to my manufacturer to get shirts made. And, some days I might spend 12 hours in the studio. Some days, a lot of days I'm doing podcasts, like this one, you know what I'm saying? I be doing interviews. I've been doing virtual performances lately too. I've been doing some virtual performances.
Okay.
And then of course, man, I'm with my kids. Even if I got to go to the studio at 12, I'm gonna be with my kids when I wake up until 11:30 when I gotta head out. You know what I mean? Man, that's some of the basic operations. But I'm talking to my cameraman like today. I think today I created an ad to advertise for the song that we got with Jim Jones. Shout out to Jim Jones, Harlem, New York.
Yeah,
Man.
listen to it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I created an ad for that. Then
My Facebook ad or?
For Instagram, I did a reel. I put some videos together on my brother. Then I sold a hoodie. I talked to my video guy because I'm doing a video in Seattle. Talked to my manager because we had to figure out how we were gonna get this going. And yeah, so today that's what I did, man. And of course, I got a strand. I have a weed strand named after me at a black-owned dispensary, a local dispensary. So I started pushing for that today, letting people know that that's back out because they had sold out a while ago. So it's back on the shelf. So I did promoting for that today. And so
Don't give
yeah,
me
man,
some.
a lot of promoting. I'll say that one more time.
I said, go send me some for my cataracts.
Hey, man, it is some pressure though, bro. I'm probably gonna bring some with me when I come down there. So
All right.
we might have to figure it out.
So I was gonna say, so you was kind of hitting on them, but what are some of your interests outside of music?
I like to travel. I love to travel. Man, I just be in nature sometimes. I might just go to the beach, go on a hike, be out in the forest, lose service, you know what I'm saying? Movies, man. That's why my album is called Movie Money. I love movies. I watch all movies, even the weak ones. Like I'll watch it just to see. Like somebody told me it was weak, but let me see. You know what I'm saying? So I watch movies, man. And also I do a little bit of like background acting. So I like to be in the background. If there's a show, might come on Hulu, might be like a Netflix show. I'll be the dude at the bar, just like, what I'm saying, sipping my drink. When the stars is doing anything, you feel me? So, and because I like to be on set and see how everything works. I did a movie where I think I want to say Dave Franco directed the movie. So that was fun just to be able to meet somebody that I grew up watching and laughing at. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of opportunities. I did an Xbox commercial and Discovery murder shows and shit. So I got to kick in a door and act like SWAT. You know what I'm saying? So I like to do the acting stuff, man, on the side, and it definitely helps fund the music. And I get a lot of fans just like meeting aspiring actors and also big actors. You feel me? A lot of the shows, it'll have a couple of big actors or the movies, and I'll be talking to the directors and letting them know like I make music. So yeah, I like to do that.
What's up? So what's some of your favorite movies?
Man, okay, let me think. Cause I fuck with movies tough, man. Old school, like shit my dad used to watch. I fuck with Goodfellas on some mob shit. I fuck with the hood movies, man. I like Menace to Society. I like Baby Boy. Them is some of my favorites. Boys in the Hood, Colors. Then I fuck with I fuck with the fantasy shit. So I like Lord of the Rings. I fucked with I fuck with Disney, man. Like it's just so nostalgic for me. So
Oh, you got Disney Plus?
Yep. So
Yeah,
with
you
my
got
kids,
dollars. I know you got it. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll be on there. Like so yeah, I'll be watching like the Lion King and fucking all the throwback shit, man. Fox and the Hound, man. So yeah, them is a couple. I like Apocalypto. That shit crazy as hell. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. I like so much shit, man. I love movies.
All right, give us a fun fact about you.
Here's a crazy fact, man. Crazy. When I was a kid, bruh, something was in my house. Like, they say it was a ghost. Some people might say it was an alien, whatever. It was something in my house, in my grandma's house, that would try to open this door in the basement. And it wasn't like some shit where you'll hear it and you'll turn around and it would stop. Like, nah, bro, you could look at that motherfucker like, fucking with the door, trying to open it, bruh. Like, I done experienced some crazy supernatural shit, man,
Hey,
and
you saw that with your own eyes?
with my own eyes, bro. Like, I watched for a month, every night for like a month, bro. It'll and on that same tip, man, just on my spiritual trip, I'm not really religious, but I do believe, you know what I'm saying? I get in all types of spiritual situations, man. Like, it was one year I found like 8 4-leaf clovers, bro. Just like every month I'll find 1 or 2 4-leaf clovers, and I ain't found one since then.
Um,
And never found one before then. I didn't
uh,
even know like they was, I wouldn't even have to look. I just breathe and reach down to better flowers and I grab one. You know what I'm saying? And I almost feel the same way when I like meet someone like Jim Jones, or I run into Coolio, or bump shoulders with DJ Drama, you know what I'm saying? Or I'm one person away from Rick Ross, and it feels like that same type of magic, you know what I mean? Because it's crazy, bro. The universe has revealed some things to me. And on that note, you know what I mean? Like with the door thing, bro, that was in the 90s. So we didn't have no camcorder. There was no camera phones. So I honestly feel like whatever it was, these beings, some people, like I said, some people say it's a ghost. You watch the History Channel, they're going to say it was ancient alien. I don't know what it was. All I know is I couldn't see it, but it could manipulate matter. And in this era, with all these camera phones and shit, they're smart as hell because they don't, it's whatever it was, it's what horror movies are based off of. I don't know what it was. But in this era, they hiding like a motherfucker because ain't nobody filmed one. But I know
yeah,
for a
he
fact
just
the shit's real.
because the government was saying they're gonna come out with a report about the UFOs and shit. So they had one. It just came out. It was a UFO hitting a fucking Navy space what they call a Navy ship.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they was showing that shit too. Like right there, they just because you could tell it wasn't no plane because how that shit was moving. It was lighting that
For sure,
motherfucker
for
ship
sure.
up. Yeah, so I was like, man, I think this like the good like. I don't know, man. They kind of telling us now, but I think with all the other stuff going on, people just ain't paying attention to it.
For sure, for sure, for sure. But yeah, that's one thing I do know, man, that it's a lot of mysteries. It's a lot of mysteries. Like, if I know anything, I know that I don't know everything.
You know what I was looking up yesterday? I'm all into that shit, but you know what I was looking up yesterday? Man,
What?
I was looking at Bigfoot. I think Bigfoot for real, man. I know. I was like, all that forest. I know it got to be some Bigfoot or something out there.
Well, you know they say they real heavy on it up here.
Yeah, I
They
know because
say
y'all got a lot of forest up there, right?
yeah, they say he actually
Yeah,
live up here.
I believe it. I believe it,
Yeah,
man. I believe that shit. Cause shit,
yeah,
like I
my
said, it's stuff we don't
homegirl
even
is
know what's going on. It's like all that forest, all them caves. Man, you
oh
think
for
ain't nothing up
sure.
in there? That's
For
probably like you said.
sure.
We can't find them. Shit, they probably all in or underwater. I think they either underwater or in them caves or somewhere. But
And it's foolish for people to think that we're the most intelligent. Cause it's like I say, that thing, bro, that was in the house. My mom, she didn't believe us because we were screaming because we were spooked. I'm 7, but we believe in ghosts because it's 1997. You feel me? We on our Goonie shit. Like we like, you feel me? We like it's a ghost. Oh shit, this is dope. You know what I'm saying? So we were screaming for our mom. Ah, it's a ghost because we was in the basement. My mama opened the door at the top of the stairs, turn on the light. It would literally stop. So it could think. So one day we tell our mom, we like, because we getting in trouble at this point. Because it was at some point when she went back upstairs, we bad anyway, bro. We cussing at the door and shit. It's getting worse as we cuss at it. It's getting worse. So for a couple of nights, we didn't even call our mom because we ignorant. We thinking we can handle it by ourselves. You feel me? So by the time it's getting bad, like it's finna break the fucking door off, we screaming for our mom. And she come down. It stops again. We're like, we're not lying. Cause she ready to whoop our ass. We're like, we're not lying. You gotta believe us. So here's what we gotta do. You gotta pretend like you go up, close the door, but really stay down here. So she was like, okay, for y'all entertainment, I'll do it. So she does it. Sure enough, that shit starts up again. So she tiptoes down the stairs, and now my mom is watching it with her own two eyes. She's terrified. And we tell her, watch, when you turn on the light, it's going to stop. She's talking to it. Is there anybody in there? She turns on the light. It keeps going. So this is the first time we ever see it in the light. Now my mom is staring. She's spooked, so she called the police. The police come. It stops. The police never.
She need to call Ghostbusters.
She didn't want to open it. She didn't want to open because we told her already because we opened it. We told her it's nobody on the other side. We already opened it. She's like, nah, I'm calling the police. So the police come down. They investigate because there was a fire escape in that basement, the other room. And they're like, there's no signs of force entry. You guys have a padlock. It's not broken. No one has been down here. And so my mom is like, oh, wow. So once they leave, she's like, y'all can't sleep down here. Because it started up again. When the fucking police left, this shit is conscious. Started up again. So we all grab our shit. We start going upstairs. For a week or two, we saw it just on the handle. It leaves the handle and starts knocking on the wall, up the stairs, following us. Boom, 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 up and down that wall. So now we sleep in the kitchen. It's me, my brother, my other brother, and my sister. It's banging on the ceiling. It has a knock for each kid. It's four, like it got 4 arms. Boom, 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 all night. And I'm telling you, like, if you ever meet my brothers, like, you might want to interview them. They pretty big rappers around here too. They'll tell you the story verbatim. I don't even have to be there. Like, I can call my mom. She'll tell you the story. And like I say, man, somebody told us it was a ghost because there was a like a carpenter who passed away there.
Yeah, I say it's probably a haunted house.
Yeah, somebody said it was a ghost, but like I say, it's different research. People saying it's aliens. But I could tell you straight up, all I know is it was alive and it was an organism that I couldn't physically see. That's the only facts I know about it. I don't know if it was a ghost. I don't know if it was an alien. All I know is I saw it move things, but I never saw it with my own 2 eyes.
Shit, how long y'all stayed there?
Bro, after a month, I'm gonna tell you the fucked up thing about it. My mom, because one day it always stopped before the sun came up. But after my mom and all that shit, one day we woke up for school and that motherfucker was still going in the morning. So my mom, being religious, she been in every religion. Like I told you, she was in the Nation of Islam. At this time, she was Catholic. So she called the father. You know, he's like, someone from my church calling me about a ghost, whatever. Okay, I'll come over. I promise you, the way he was acting when he was upstairs, he was like, I'll take a look at it. When he saw that door, he started praying, bro. He was like, and I promise you, when he threw that holy water on that door, it went harder. My sister was so mad because my mom made her go to school. My sister's the oldest, but she let me and my brother stay home. The door was going hard. Then he took I had these oil pastels that kind of like crayons. He drew a big ass cross on the door. And like I say, I'm not religious because my dad is kind of leaned towards Buddhism. I've been in the Nation of Islam. I've been Catholic. I've also been Orthodox Muslim where you pray 7 times a day. So I'm not really religious. But when he put that cross on that motherfucker, it stopped. It did start up again later on, but it stopped for a second.
That's crazy.
So it's a mystery, though. It's a mystery. I don't know what it was. But I do be putting that knowledge out there because sometimes when I get to telling a story like that, I'll have friends that I may have known 5 or 10 years, and they'll be like, oh, I saw a chair fly. It's like, bruh, come on. Like, did you really see a chair fly? Because my shit is no cap. It's no cap. And I done seen weird shit. Because one time I was talking to my wife about it recently. And I shroomed. So I was eating shrooms. I was high as a motherfucker. There's an interesting fact. I eat shrooms. And I was telling my wife about the whole camera phone thing I was just telling you. I said, how come in all these years it's never been filmed? I said, because they're so intelligent. And we was watching Key and Peele on the TV.
Yeah.
They did this funny ass skit on Key and Peele, and I was high, so it really got me. Like I was like, what the fuck? Because it was I want to say it was the shorter dude, and he had me rolling. He was talking on the phone, but he was acting like he was on the phone.
Yeah.
I didn't know that the whole time. He like, yeah, man, I'm right here. No, you don't see me? Yeah, I'm right here. And it was a hood dude standing next to him, and they both kind of doing that. Where you at? So I'm thinking they looking for each other, but they standing right next to each other. So the tall one walks across the street, and the short one switches whole tone and was like, "Oh my God, I just almost got robbed." And so I just started dying because he was just acting that whole time, acting like dude next to him. I start dying, and I tell my wife, I say, "Turn this shit up, because we're in their world now." That's on some high shit. So she starts turning it up. She turned it like 2 notches. And I'm watching it go. We only needed to be about 40, 50%. I'm watching that bitch go to 70, 80. I'm like, okay, babe, you don't got to turn it up that loud. And she says, I'm not. I look over at her and the remote's on the bed. And I was just telling her how come it never been filmed. And I'm like, nah. Right now? When I'm high? And so I actually filmed it. I filmed the volume going up and down, and I knocked the batteries out the remote just to be like, what the fuck is this, bro? And my mind wanted to rationalize it. Was like my TV's tripping, but my TV never did that. I'm like, it must be Hulu, but Hulu didn't really tweak like that before that day. And so sometimes when I'm using Hulu, it still tweaks a little bit. And I'm like, this might be that shit trying to fool me. Like, it was just Hulu. It wasn't. You know what I'm saying?
I know,
because
right?
that shit tripped me out. Literally telling my wife, how come it never been filmed? Anyway, let's watch Key and Peele. Now the volume controlling itself and shit. Like on me, bro. So, yeah, man, trippy shit, bro. Trippy shit, bro.
So, what advice would you give to a new artist?
Man, a new artist, bro. If you ain't trying to grind tooth and nail, if you ain't trying to really damn near, you gonna have to work for free. You gonna have to work for free. If you're not the type of person to work for free, don't get into it. Because it's not a get rich quick scheme. You know, my cousin did a song Teach Me How to Dougie, and they blew up. You know what I mean?
Your cousins?
And yeah, that's my cousin. It's crazy because it's only 2 of them left in the group because one of them passed away. Rest in peace to JR. But yeah, my cousin, he's the main dude. And even with that, you know what I'm saying? They got that big hit song. They still got to grind. It's not, and they do get, they just had the Cheetos commercial. It's always going to be somebody trying to use that song in the movie. That song is going to be played forever, but they still got to grind. You know what I'm saying? So I would tell people, man, if you're not ready to really work. I did shows for drink tickets. I did a show because they was going to give me a vodka cranberry. You feel me? And it took doing those shows to get promoters to be like, okay, we'll give you 100. Okay, we'll give you 250. Oh, we'll give you 300. I had to do those shows for, what I'm saying, drinks. You know what I mean? I did. And of course, my own show, I used to rent out venues. I rent out venues and throw my own shows. So you got to really be willing to put your all into it. You got to sacrifice, man. You know what I'm saying? I've missed holidays, bro. I've missed important days to go do a show in Detroit, to go do a show in Hollywood. Time I could have been spending with my family. If you're not willing to sacrifice, because all of the sacrifice that I did, I got like 9,000 followers on Instagram. I got like 900 subscribers on YouTube. And that's the sacrifice that I did. So imagine the people with 100,000 followers, 1 million followers. Some of those people don't get to see their family for a year. You know what I mean? So if you're not willing to really give it your all, that time when you want to be asleep, you got to wake up. That time when you know what I'm saying? I did a show one time. I just slammed my finger in a door. After I did the show, I went to the hospital. They say, your shit was almost fractured. But I still did the show. So if you're not willing to literally blood, sweat, and tears, you know what I'm saying, then you need to pick something a little more simple or something more secure. Because if you go be like an electrician, for example, they have you can go do an apprenticeship. You can go take classes. There's no class for rappers. You can't go get a degree, but you're going to have to work just like them people who got a degree. Just like how they had to pay their tuition, you got to pay your tuition. So you're going to have to pay for studio time before you can make money. You're going to have to pay for gas to go to the show. You're going to have to pay somebody for a feature. And this is all before you even might make no money. So it's the same as college, except for there's no college. So when you go and buying your books, you got to know what to buy, because it ain't going to be no professor. You know, when you go in to get your tools, like when you go to an art class, you need to make sure you got the right eraser, you got the right canvas, and the right paper and all that. When you being a rapper, you got to have your tools too, whether it be a chain or a merch line, or you got to have your tools, you know what I'm saying? So you got to really be prepared, and you have to be prepared that's for something to go wrong. You do a show, the fucking DJ's computer might crash, the goddamn the extension cord might be short, microphone cord fucked up. You got to be ready. You got to have to go buy that microphone. You're going to have to you might have to cancel the show and then rework it and tell everybody, oh, this is the new day. And so you got to be ready for so much bullshit. And even, I'm not the most famous, but even when you get to a level like mine, you got to be ready for people to talk shit. They're going to talk shit like a motherfucker. You did the shit, and they're going to tell you didn't. I done did 3 shows in LA. The next person that tell me what I need to do, they're going to be like, you know what you need to do, bro? Go to LA. And I'm going to be like, you know what I'm saying? And so, or, Portland is not huge. We don't have a lot of big rappers that make it out of here. So a lot of the times I'll be the biggest in the room. I'm the biggest in the situation. So people get to expecting stuff of you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't, if somebody diss me, it's going to be a bunch of people to say, you need to diss back. And also a bunch of people that's going to say, don't be a bully, because you're going to hurt his self-esteem. Like, if you tell all your fans to go trash him, that's cyberbullying. Now, you know what I'm saying? So you get all these expectations, man. And it's like Nip said, man, it's a marathon. So you can't be upset. Every year, every song, you're going to be like, this the one. And sometimes it is one of them ones. But sometimes it might not be. And you can't get so down on yourself. So if you're not ready to really persevere, if you don't got that stamina, if you don't got that, even if it's not paying me, I love it so much that I'm going to do it till it does. Nah, don't do it. Because there's people, I see young dudes, man, they jump in the game. They're like, yo, I need to get paid $100 for this song. Nobody knows you yet. You know what I'm saying? I probably sold the most features in my city. And I didn't sell a feature until somebody asked me how much. I used to do free features for all my homies, for anybody, because I'm trying to build a name. One day somebody asked me how much, and that's when the light bulb, I was like, ooh, okay. So yeah, a lot of these guys, they never been asked that before, so they kind of make up the price in their mind. They put it out there and they think that's how it goes. Then they get upset that nobody's buying their features. It's like, yo, you got to really, really work for that. And it's like I say, man, I never sold a feature until somebody asked me, can I buy one? So, man, you got to work. I see people complaining all the time. Man, I can't be doing these free shows, man. This is bullshit. I did free shows and I was proud. Especially if they say, look, because they're going to be real. I know the background because I do shows. So if somebody tell me, look, you can open up for D12, but I can't pay you because I paid D12. I don't even got no money. This is my homeboy. Like, you know me, I just paid them thousands of dollars and got this nigga his Hennessy and his the food he want and the towels. But you can do the show and I'll let you sell your merch. I'll let you set up a table, but I don't have no money to pay you. I understand. It's D12. You know, it's gonna be media there. I'm gonna be able to meet them. You know, it could be dead press. Okay, if there's enough money after the show, bro, shoot me something. But if not, it's good. I'll pay you. It's dead press. You know what I'm saying? And I get to meet them, and that's worth doing it for free. That opportunity is worth more than money. So, you know,
I
I
had
did open
interviewed,
mics. You know what I mean?
I had Dead Prez on the show back in the day.
Ooh, shout out to Dead Press, man.
Yeah.
I opened up for Dead Press when I was like 16, man, and they showed me major love, bro. And just them words, just to hear somebody like that be like, oh yeah, you got it. You know, that was motivation. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but yeah, man, that's what for the younger artists, man. If you're not willing to give it your all, man, and I mean your all, don't do it, man. Do something else, cause this should have hurt your feelings, man. I know a lot of depressed artists, cause they getting tired of telling their friends we're gonna make it this year.
No. All right, what would you like to say to your fans and supporters?
Man, they mean everything to me, man. They family at this point, because literally I put food in my fridge. This is crazy. I be feeling like I'm stealing. I put food in my fridge from having fans. You know what I'm saying? They buying merch. They're streaming my music crazy. You know, from the core of my being, I appreciate it, and I need y'all. You know, all my fans, I need y'all. Keep sharing it. People downplay social media. Press like, even if you think that's not important.
Huh.
Yeah, my fans be buying CDs, man. You know, and they don't ask for discounts a lot of time. I got tracksuits, it's $100, and sometimes I'll be like, you know, I could do 80. And they like, nah, I'll do 120 for that. You know what I mean? And my album was $30. It was 3 discs. So my homies bought that motherfucker for 100. So, you know, y'all mean everything to me. You know, y'all believing in me, following me. Even the haters, man. I need the haters, bro. I need them. You know what I mean? I need them. So shout out to the people who don't like it, especially if you don't like it so much that you want to talk about it. You know, but my supporters, man, y'all forever. I'm in debt to y'all, man. Y'all forever in my favor. You know, I do this for y'all, and yeah, man, keep sharing, because y'all about to witness something crazy, man. If you never seen somebody really go, like I watched my cousin on Wendy Williams and, you know, Teach Me How to Dougie. They was in overseas and traveling the world, and I was voting for him on BET. If y'all never seen nobody really take it to a crazy level, y'all about to see it, and y'all really helping make that happen, and y'all helped make that happen. So shout out to all my fans, man. Shout out to all my supporters. You know, I wouldn't be here without y'all.
All right, bro. I want to say thanks for coming through politicking with me.
Hey, man, of course, man. PoPolitickin, man. Shout out to all of Cali, man. You know, I love Oceanside. You know, me and my wife just like walking the beaches, man, and being in a different environment. So shout out to Oceanside, man. San Diego. It's a pleasure to be here, bro. And you know, this thing, like I said, it's a family thing. So everybody who has a part in it, everybody who has a piece in it, my daughters, my wife, my mom, my dad, my brothers, man, we thank you. We're grateful that you decided to use your platform to help what we doing. And, you know, if you need us to share anything or let anybody know about your platform, you know what I'm saying, we'll gladly do it. And we greatly appreciate you, man. This is dope. We need people with these type of platforms, because a lot of people, you know, everybody want to be a rapper, everybody want to be a star, everybody want to be, so, you know, these platforms, the podcasters, the interviewers, it's extremely important, and a lot of people don't know how important that is. So, man, big shout out to you. This is dope, man. Hopefully we can do it again.
Yeah, man. Just let me know whenever. I'm down.
Of course, man. Big blessings, bro. Much love.
So what's your social media again?
SWIGGLE Mandela, like Nelson. Swiggle Mandela. Swiggle _Mandela on Instagram. But if you put in that Swiggle Man, I'm probably gonna pop up, man. Snapchat, Twitter, Facebook, wherever you at, wherever music is at, man. SoundCloud, Spotify, Tidal. Put my name in that search bar. Swiggle Mandela, Swiggle Mandela like Nelson. You dig?
All right, y'all. We out.
Hey,
Check
man,
me out
much
at
love and respect.
PoPolitickin.